What is up, and welcome to my introductory video of my rank climb of Season 7. For this video, I'm just going to be, giving you guys some details, like how I'm going into this climb, and also, of course, some extra information that might be useful as a viewer to know what to expect from this series. So, yeah, let's get on with it. What you currently see on the list right now with the champions is that this is my own champions list, and this is currently what I have on this account. I just wanted to add a fact, which is four of these champions were actually bought earlier on to kind of like make sure that I could get into draft pick. So these aren't champions that I necessarily enjoy to play. So I feel like I should probably point them out so that you guys don't get too much high hopes about me playing these champions in the future. Um, these champions would be Ashe, Poppy, Severe, and Taric. I mean, there is a chance I might be playing them in the series, but I would say it's pretty low. It might still happen. So just pointing that out there. Other than that, though, besides these four champions, I'm really content with the champion lineup that I currently have. I feel like these are champions that I can probably do reasonably well with, and also have a lot of fun with, which is important because we're after all going to be playing a game. Can't forget the main point of playing a game, which is to have fun. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, so these are the champions I'm gonna be playing with. Of course, if you're kind of seeing the champions and you're like, oh, these champions aren't very interesting, you kind of get these thoughts. Don't worry. As I'm going to be playing these games out, I'm also going to be earning more IP for this account, and of course, whenever I have spare time to play League of Legends, I will always try to be spending my time on this Smurf account because this is my newest account and it's very bare bones, as you can see. Really, 19 champions out of like 100 plus is like very little. I would like to have at least around like, I don't know, 40, 50, because then I would feel like I would have way more selection when it comes to dealing with my ranked games. Like it's important to be able to have reactionary picks as well. Like I feel like there are maybe some situations where I will be a little bit screwed because I didn't have a certain champion that was really good at dealing with this situation and etc. But I do feel content with what I have, so I'm not complaining too much. This is probably um, one of the best starts I can possibly have with the amount of time that I could spend for this account for this season. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I will also have to show you guys another weakness about this account, which is my rune pages. I do only currently have two rune pages. I might get another one in the future. We'll see. But they are very basic. They are solid rune pages. For example, my 80 page is attack speed quints and flat 80 reds. What's the weakness behind this page? Basically, if you're trying to play a lethality champion, you would want like lethality quints, and well, it would be like more like lethality reds, and then if you're really hardcore, you can go also lethality quints. But normally it would be lethality reds and flat AD quints. So yeah, I feel like this page is actually the one with the least weaknesses. The only problem is that it's not that optimal for champions that are like 80 casters. 80 casters would probably prefer to have a lethality or even like just flat 80 quints. The attack speed doesn't really do too much for an what's called an 80 caster. But other than that, I feel like this is a good page. My AP page is also very standard. It's pretty much flat AP quints and mag penetration reds. So yeah, this is very very basic page. I feel like this is like the holy grail of AP runes since like season 2, I guess. But people have come up with different variations by this point. There's some variations where there are like CDR blues and of course scaling health yellows because you don't really need that much armor when you're facing mages anyway. But this is still a good all-around page as well as like the 80 page. So even though I might only have two rune pages, I still feel pretty confident that I'm gonna be able to do stuff with these. So yeah, nothing too bad. I still feel like I can aim pretty high with the rank climb and go pretty far. Of course, eventually you'll see me have more champions and maybe more rune variations. So we'll see how that turns out. For now, I can't really foresee the future too much. But speaking of the future, what are the goals with the rank climb? Like, how far am I hoping to aim to get? In the past, I have been able to record and commentate all the way up to like Diamond 5, Diamond 4 without too much issues. The problem is that when I really need to explain this in the introductory video because I feel like a lot of people like kind of throw me under the bus really quickly when they see me play a video. I'm the kind of player who when he commentates, I start missing out on a lot of details as I'm playing a game. This means that, little like hints that something is about to happen, I might miss them out just because I'm trying to concentrate on, the topic and subject that I'm trying to talk about. And yeah, I end up doing a lot of mistakes when I record games. But that's not to say that even with these mistakes, I cannot go like any far at all. I'd say Diamond 5, Diamond 4 is a nice little like limit, like a goal to put. But people have asked me to try and reach further than just, low diamond. I mean, if there is enough time and if there isn't too much struggle once I reach that rank, I guess I will try to get as far as I can before the season ends. Um, that's also something worth talking about, the end of the season. The end of the season is something that's not too far away. I also am kind of starting this climb a little bit late. Like the season started like what, 2 3 months ago, so I am actually a little bit late to the party, you could say. But I would also say that in the meantime, I was also gathering a lot of information about how the season is being played and so on. So I was kind of just learning it this season as well, and also collecting IP for this account, of course. I am going to do a little bit of a different strategy when it comes to like catching up and try to make up for the lost time. Whenever I'm going to be doing placement games and my promotions, my promo games, I am going to try and do 2 videos a day. So for placement games, I'm going to be doing 2 video a day. The first, placement game is going to be, it's only going to be 1 video because this introductory video is going to count as one as well. But for the next day, I'm going to be making 2 videos because it's going to be placement game number 2, placement game number 3, and then on the next day, I'm going to be doing placement game number 4, placement game number 5, etc. And then when it's time to do promos, I'll also do 2 videos in a day because this way I will kind of try and catch up for all that lost time, and also we will be able to proceed much quicker into the climbing. And who knows, that may actually give us enough of a realistic expectation to actually reach the very high ranks of the ladder. So yeah, that might sound like a lot of work. It does sound like it, really, but I'm prepared to do it. There's been too much time where I was inactive with my channel, and I feel like this is a perfect way of giving back to people who have been wanting to see more of my gameplays. Other than that, though, I feel like I pretty much explained all I need to explain. All there's left to do is to actually play the game out and see how far we go. So, for the first time on this account, I'm gonna be playing ranked, and let's see how that goes. That is really all I want to have said. So thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully you'll stick around to watch me finish off my climb all the way to the end. Yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys around. This has been me, SteveRoxorz.